Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Offset. I am Ibbad Ali Shah.
And I am Abdullah Malik.
And this is
Offset.
only on CityFM89. I am super excited. This is our third episode. Let's
Yes,
go. Let's go. I think the producers are very happy with us. We also have a very new audience member today. I don't think you guys can see it in the camera, but one of the producers, literally sitting like right in front of us. I think she doesn't trust us enough, so she's making sure we're good bachas today in the podcast. How you been, Mr. Abdullah? How was the weekend?
Very well. The weekend was hectic. It was fun. My sister and brother-in-law went down, so I was very busy with that stuff.
Mashallah.
But yeah, they've left and all's good. Back to work. Back to the grind.
So it was an offset weekend.
It was quite an
But when we say offset, it means good. Remember that.
It was the office set.
Yeah, there we go.
Great.
Same actually.
Yeah.
Pretty chill. Went for a nice games day, birthday, and pretty calm.
I heard you played Tambola.
I didn't play Tambola actually. I played Mario Kart. Mario Kart? Yes, I played Mario Kart, and I did what else? I did some pottery. I played some board games. Yeah. Nice, chilling.
Chill vibes,
Yeah, बहुत मजा आया.
I heard you went and watched a movie.
I went to watch a movie. No, I didn't. I watched Sinners like last week.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, not on the weekend, but I've seen Sinners. Sinners, amazing.
Same here.
Yeah, by the way. Also, I just remembered you gave me a spoiler on one of my Last of Us episode.
Yes.
I just remembered, and you
Guys,
gave it in this episode only.
Can I just say?
And I didn't realize in that moment.
I didn't realize either. I don't think anyone realized.
Yeah,
I don't
because
even
you were
think
just.
the episode was out.
It was a tukka, na?
It was bro. I've never even watched that show. I just know.
Crazy.
I thought he was the main character, so I was like, oh, obviously this can't be a real spoiler.
And I'm sure people have seen it now, so it's not really a spoiler anymore.
No, I'm still not going to say what it is, but I just said that happened, and I was like, far-fetched, maybe nahi ho sakta.
Yeah.
And then another producer of this show came and said, oh, by the way, that spoiler you gave was real. I was like, what? I've not even watched the show, bro.
And speaking of spoilers and movies, I am super duper excited for Thunderbolts.
Yes, sir.
This Friday. I'm going today right after work to buy my tickets.
I was supposed to go today to watch it.
But releasing why? What do you mean watch it? It's releasing on Friday. Friday's first show.
Yesterday when I was on one of the cinema's websites, and I saw The Accountant 2 is also on.
No, not on yet. Friday it's releasing in Pakistan. I'm going for the first day first.
I'm 99.999% sure.
But no, that's not the case. Thunderbolts coming on Friday, guys. Super excited, super pumped. Gonna go buy my advance tickets.
No,
absolutely.
You have to. Otherwise,
110%.
The spoilers nikal jate.
110%. And with all due respect, I watched Sinners last week, and sorry, we're going to come to the topic, which is Thunderbolts to start off with, but I watched Sinners last week, and the crowd that was behind me, with all due respect, who were there to watch the movie, they actually ruined like 10 to 15% experience of my movie.
Same.
Yeah, so
the
now
guy
I'm
next
thinking,
to me.
thoda extra paisa kharch karke, I'll go Royal Cinema, because otherwise there's no way to limit.
But I'll tell you, the problem with the Royal Cinema is I fall asleep.
Yeah, it's too comfy.
Too comfy.
And just your person next to you or whoever is so far, you can't talk,
you can't talk, you can't discuss. Although I don't like that. I hate it when people talk in movies.
If I went for a movie with you, I'd hold your hand, just by the way.
I don't mind anything as long as you don't talk to me. Thank you.
Yeah. Thunderbolt. I think speaking of Thunderbolt, and without any spoilers for our audience, I think our producer has some video to show us.
You guys
I hope there's no spoilers in this. Okay, are we ready?
Oh, it's his non-spoiler review.
I love it. Okay, let's go. Thunderbolts.
Just got back from watching Thunderbolts, so let's talk about the good and the bad without spoiling anything. I am not lying to you guys when I tell you that this is one of the funniest Marvel movies we have gotten in a very long time. The chemistry of the entire Thunderbolts team is genuinely hilarious, dog. Especially John Walker. He was definitely the funniest of the entire group.
Okay,
oh
that's
my goodness, did they cook with Sentry? Oh my god, man. It is so refreshing to finally see a good villain in a Marvel movie. Because holy shit, does Lewis Pullman have an absolute banger performance as Sentry / the Void. Everything we got of him as Sentry or the Void was just perfect, man. But Yelena definitely steals the show.
Of course
The
she does.
that they give her in this movie is just top tier, man. But what's also great about this movie is that while it does focus on Yelena the most of the
have you seen Stranger Things?
everyone in the group gets their chance to shine. Like every single character gets their moment except one. And my biggest worry coming into this movie is that I was not going to care about Valentina at all. Like I genuinely had no interest in her character at all. And when she was being shown in a lot of the trailers, I was worried that she was going to be a main focal point of the movie. But a lot of my worries were immediately put to rest because yes, while she does have a lot of screen time, it is done really well. Like they make you care about this like useless character. But this is a review and I do need to be a little bit nitpicky. So if I had to pick
pause it? Did you just ask me who this
Is this
guy
Bucky?
Yes, this is Bucky. Thank God.
How is Bucky in this?
Because this is Thunderbolts. This is basically a darker version of Avengers.
So that's what I felt when I watched the trailer.
Right.
And that's what I really liked about it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not sure like, oh my God, Captain America, wow. You know, although I love that.
Yeah.
But
Alarm.
I feel...
Food alarm?
Yeah. But I felt in this, I really like the concept of the darkness of it. Like even like some of the scenes in the trailer you see, they have a certain rawness and darkness to it, which I really like, you know. And
100%.
they said funny, and I'm starting to think, is this a bit like Deadpool vibes?
Yes, I think without the explicit like language.
No, of course.
Yeah,
This is
but
Marvel,
it is
yeah.
because I feel like even Marvel realized that Deadpool is setting a standard where people need comedy, they
Yeah.
need humor, they need their main protagonist to be witty. And I feel like if that comes into play, all those ingredients,
Yeah.
that makes a
and
perfect
I think that's
recipe.
the new trend. Like
It
no
is.
matter what the movies.
One
you need
more
of
thing
those
that I have to
sharp
give them credit
characters.
for, and which I'm really excited for. I just, I wish I wake up tomorrow and it's Friday already. Very limited use of CGI with this movie. So a lot of their stunts are actually done
really?
like in the Tom Cruise way.
No way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How come?
Yeah, I feel
Were
like they
they
want to
just-
change it up because
wa-
Thunderbolts is a bit raw. It's the whole
That makes a
identity
lot of sense.
yes
Yeah.
of the film that they're going with. So that's why they went for like stunts and stuff like
And
that.
you know, as someone who is really big in CGI and loves CGI, and I wanted to like completely go into that as a profession, I feel there was a bit too much CGI in the industry, especially with the superhero films. Like looking at Spider-Man No Way Home,
Yeah.
if you look at some of the scenes, everything from even the house in the background is CGI. Stuff that previously would have been set design.
set
And
design.
while it is something that's very cool how far that has come in the advancements in technology, I do feel that rawness that you're talking about that they wanted with this was missing. So I'm really glad to hear this part. But
100%.
let's finish
Super
this, yeah.
excited. So CGI for you is like not
I
offset.
love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Right.
But I feel like,
You had enough.
yeah,
Thoda
you know,
change.
sometimes you want some raw, crass stuff just
I
to
love
see
that.
it and be like,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Fair enough.
You
okay,
know?
I'm excited. Sorry. Our main audience member. I feel like Jito Pakistan right now.
We still get a lot of great Bucky moments, don't get me wrong. I just wish he had a little bit more screen time and development. But other than that, man, this movie's a blast. Also, not to mention, there
Needs
are
more
two
Bucky.
post-credit
You
scenes
need
for
some,
this movie.
censor
I obviously won't
also.
spoil anything, but let me just say, one of the post-credit scenes is finally connecting these movies leading up to Doomsday. So do not leave after the first post-credit scene. There
let's
are
go.
two, and it is the second
OG
one that
Marvel
is
move.
really high. I would give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It feels
Okay,
like
the only
OG
con was
Marvel,
that he wanted
man.
more
It is
Bucky in there, but even
hilarious.
then
It's
he
a fun
gave it
time.
8.5.
There's
Okay,
great
that's
action
interesting.
scenes. There's a lot of
He's a bit
emotional
conservative with
scenes
his
as well. I'm
rating.
just
I
so
swear.
glad that this one is good, man.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm excited. I'm super
So,
duper excited.
Essentially, the score he gave was a 5:1, and it translated to an 8.5 out of 10.
Right.
I think that's a good score.
Yeah.
I think, and I
They've
think,
been getting good ratings.
and this is one of those movies I feel where you have to watch in the cinema.
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
because of the darkness,
Yeah.
everything. I feel like that element of just
100%.
Oh,
100%. And also Marvel is
excited.
back with this, right? Like he said, there are
Let's
two
hope.
post-credit guys. There are two post-credit scenes. Remember, when you finished your popcorn, you finished your peach iced tea. Remember to stay for the second post-credit scene. Okay, the first one apparently, as per the no spoiler review, is not really like it doesn't connect to anything. It's something funny or something like that. But the second one is your main thing that paves the way to all the future Marvel films. So please stay in the cinema.
You know, I think that's one thing I really loved, and I don't know when you guys went to watch Sinners, there was a post-credit scene in that as well.
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was. And a
Yeah.
lot of people I know that went to watch it, they didn't know about that and they left.
Yeah.
And while that doesn't connect to, a Sinners 2 or something,
Right.
I really felt it was a nice touch to the film.
I think
really
post-credit
nice
scenes.
It's so special.
I'm sorry, we're deviating a little bit from the topic, but
Yeah,
the
sorry.
post-credit scenes, I feel like they really add value for one main reason. People end up staying to see the credits.
Yeah.
You obviously, whoever makes the film, suddenly we become very serious right now, but okay. When you make a film, you want people, the audience, to see who did the editing, who did the audio, did
Everything.
Everything.
You know,
I
everyone.
want my audio person, Kurt, his name to come in the post credits always. I'll sit there and see it. And I remember when Dawn did a film, we did a movie, and I can obviously name that movie because we did it, Saat Din Mohabbatein. I sat waiting for the thing in the post credit that said marketing team, Saira Omar, Ibbad Ali Shah. I sat there waiting for it. So
Yeah.
it gives a nice thing. So I feel like
Of
post credit
course.
scenes sort of hooks the audience to sit and wait.
And it's also just a very intimate feeling, I feel, because a lot of people leave.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, this is my secret,
Yeah.
I don't know, I
Yeah.
really like it.
One thing going back to CGI, Gladiator. Have you seen the second part?
No.
Okay, well,
Can
the
I tell you
day-
something else?
Yeah, you haven't seen
I
the first
even
one
seen
either.
the first one.
I'm gonna leave,
and
guys.
and on another show of ours, it was Pop News HQ,
Yeah.
and it was our second episode, I
Yeah.
think. Sharmeen, who was my co-host at the time, she told me you have to watch
Better
Gladiator 2.
co-host, na?
And I no comment. You know? I'm a very diplomatic person. Just be professional about it. So yeah. So I feel like it's been on my list. I still have it in my phone in notes.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten the time.
I mean, watch the first one for sure, but when you watch the
Yeah.
second one, you'll understand what I'm saying. That for me, Gladiator, the second one, was the only place where I thought CGI was misused. If I'm being honest, like
Are you talking about the fire scene?
for me resonated with the Tamil, Telugu sort of a movie, South Indian movie, which I love, by the way. I love them.
I know.
But the CGI was, I swear, at the same level.
That's
so
not
it's
good.
like,
Yeah.
hey, are you Hollywood? What's
You
happening?
should have hired me.
Yeah, sure,
But anyway.
definitely should have.
Yeah.
But guys, Thunderbolts this Friday.
Super
Definitely,
excited.
and super excited, and I'll try my best to contain myself. And the next episode that we do, inshallah, if the producers allow, and if they think we're worthy
And
for
we'll give
another
a review.
episode, I'll try not to give spoilers, but I'm so excited and I can't wait to tell you guys about it.
Our own review.
Own review, 110%, 1000%. Okay, and then I feel like there is another video that the producers wanted us to see.
Yeah.
Is the video ready? Wow, I love this setup right here, guys. If we can
This is
somehow-
really nice,
This is
yeah.
really nice. You should stay
Yeah.
right here.
Are
You
you
should stay
comfortable
right in
here?
front of us.
Great,
It looks like
yeah.
the you know those live shows where you have audience members sitting
Yeah.
right there. Ma'am, आपका क्या question हमारे लिए? Okay, we're ready.
Or like when we say a good joke, she can clap for
Yeah,
us.
please
you know?
clap for us. Huh, when
Or
we
laugh,
okay,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Everything you might have missed in Sinner. Spoiler alert, obviously go see this movie.
Oh, the spoiler alerts, just
During
by
the
the
main
way.
credit scene, we see
I've seen
Sammy,
it.
who is now
Yeah,
played
same.
by Buddy Guy, who is a blues legend. But the name of his club is Parlene's. He named it in honor of Parlene, who didn't make it out that night. In Remic's first scene, we see him fall directly in front of the camera. We don't know it at the time, but this is him falling out of the sky. He is mirroring a fallen angel. Now, the official Spotify Sinners playlist hid some really interesting lore in the form of 3 different articles. This article is titled Grizzly Discovery at Boston Harbor. It details the wreckage of an Irish immigrant ship. No one was found on the ship, just burnt furniture and blood-soaked floors alongside a smoking man leaving the scene. This seems to be how Remick arrived in the US, and it's dated 1911, so he was in the US for 20 years before the events of Sinners. We also get some new lore about the Smokestack twins. This article is about 2 masked men robbing a bank. One was described as using smooth, calculated commands, while the other used rough, violent force. Sound familiar? The article also mentions that
So it's based on real stuff. Like they've taken real stuff.
because the two men looked so alike. And the article also mentions that these robbers are tied to past heists. Finally, this article here is about gang tensions rising between the Irish mob and the Italian mafia. This is following Smoke and Stack stealing from both of them, both the Italian wine
Which one
and
would
the
you be?
Irish beers, and the gangs obviously look at each other. This isn't an Easter egg or anything you might have missed, but this is Miles
I'll go
Keaton's
with Stack.
first ever role, and it has just absolutely blown my mind since I found that out.
Okay, so I'm really confused. The newspaper stuff he showed, they weren't Dawn newspapers, so I don't know if I can trust the news, first of all.
I love that.
Second of all, if these aren't news, like real newspaper things, I'm confused.
This is a tie-in with marketing for the movie. So you have to be invested in their Spotify and stuff. So you will see those articles. This is like extra information that you get by being invested in their marketing, basically. So they're giving a backstory without actually ever giving the backstory.
Wow. I think the director and his wife as a producer, they've done a wonderful job. I don't know why I was looking at the producer and talking. I have to look at the camera and talk. But yeah, I think this adds more layer to an already existing movie, which we already love. I don't think I've met anybody who has seen Sinners and they were like, maza nahi aaya. Everybody loved it.
But I'll tell you one thing.
Please,
Very unpopular opinion.
say it. This is offset.
The same reason I stopped watching Game of Thrones is the same reason I didn't love this.
Which is
The
what?
vampire, this. And I'll be very honest, I had no idea what this movie was about. I walked in because I was like, oh, I'm hearing about sinners everywhere. And one thing, I don't like watching trailers before going for a movie.
Right.
Because I feel like then I anticipate a scene. I like to go in completely raw,
I love that.
no idea what
I love
I have.
that. Very offset.
So I went in, I just went in knowing Sinners, Michael B. Jordan. First scene, I see 2 Michael B. Jordans and I was like, am I being racist? Because I see the same person, you know? And I was very confused. Yeah, because I did not know that one actor was playing 2 people throughout.
This is why you watched the trailer.
So, but see, I don't want to watch the trailer. But obviously, I figured that out in 2 seconds.
Am I being racist? That's
Because,
not funny.
you know, I'm seeing it, I'm like, they looks the same. This is Michael B. Jordan. And then I realized throughout the film, even when they don't take their names, even if you don't look at their outfits, the way Michael B. Jordan portrayed both characters
Yeah, and you mentioned this in the last episode as
is
well.
amazing.
100%.
And
100%.
I think that is when I realized that, okay, no, they are 2 separate.
Has he ever won
different
an
characters.
Oscar? Yeah,
No.
he should though.
All the good ones never win one.
Yeah,
They
that's
win
true.
it 10 years
DiCaprio also
later,
won after
DiCaprio
like
won after I don't know
I
how many
turned like
years,
40.
yeah.
I think one thing I'll say for sure is that even when I watched the movie, I was like, okay, like for instance, right now it's being ranked as the best horror movie in the last 3 decades or whatever. However, I would like to add, I didn't think it was a horror movie.
It wasn't horror.
Right?
It was a thriller.
It was a thriller.
Michael Jackson thriller.
Yeah.
Same
And
thing.
it was the same kind of feel, right? But I was like, okay, this is not really a horror movie. Maybe, yeah, there were 1 or 2 jump scares, but it wasn't like, I don't classify it as a horror
Not
movie.
at all, no.
But I guess that is what Hollywood is classifying it as. So,
But I don't see why, because there's no horror element to it. They're
Barely.
not trying to scare you.
Barely,
You know,
barely,
you are
barely.
seeing the actors getting
Yeah.
scared in certain situations,
Yeah.
but the fourth wall that is there, we are not being scared.
Agreed.
You know,
Agreed.
I'll tell you one other thing I loved about this movie.
which is?
At one montage sequence in the barn, I thought that was done so. Like I am
Which
yet. So you know
Without
when
any spoilers.
so
trying
when
our best.
no, there's no spoiler in this. Spoiler that I'm going to ruin the shot for you if you haven't watched it. But wow! So it's basically when they're in that barn and the music's playing and the guy's singing blues, and then it changes to, and then you see the women twerking and all as well, and it's just the whole way, and then you see Orientalism coming as well.
I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it.
Bro, and I'll tell you one thing. If you look at any of the films I made in film school, all that, I always use
The monkey film.
montages. Yeah.
Yeah.
So montages are a big part of every film I do because I think they're a beautiful way of
Right.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Seeing this like one shot style.
It
Oh,
was amazing.
I
Maybe
died.
that's why we weren't able to focus on the horror element because we were
so
so taken.
beautiful. And that was another aspect. Everything about the film was very beautifully done.
The
The sound
actors, the
design.
sound.
Everything. Everything.
Yeah,
So I
loved
feel
it.
like maybe it was just too beautiful to be
Yeah,
scary.
agreed. Fully
Like
agreed.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So beautiful to be scary. I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, amazing. I think we also have, which is my favorite part of our episode of this offset, is the meme review.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we're doing meme reviews again,
Yeah.
and I request to the producers that we do meme review every time because I love it, and I feel like our biggest fan
Oh, you're
who's
showing them
sitting
here.
right in front of
Lovely.
us.
Thank you
is
so
gonna
much,
be doing
producer.
this.
I love
not
it.
using my phone.
Yeah,
I love
same.
it. I
I
love
love
it.
it.
Okay, we're
Let's go.
ready. Hit us. He's like
Let's do
doing
it.
better than Bucky and Captain America.
But
That
you
was
know-
insane. Is your workout like that?
Bro, similar. So I use a normal skipping rope. But I
And with
think
a
next time...
bench attached to your chest?
No. I had 2 benches, one in the front.
Wow,
one in the
wow,
back.
wow,
Yeah,
wow,
of
wow,
course.
wow, wow, wow,
He's
wow.
Beginner, yeah.
I think if I did a workout like that, like even one day, I would not
Jacked.
wake up.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't think
Oh.
I'd wake up the next day. I'm being
Why?
honest. By the way, he has a bench attached
Can't
to his
be a
body.
real bench.
But that's me and you at work with all the workload that's given to us.
Facts. Getting it done.
All
Okay.
right, another one.
Breathe while talking. Oh, that's so real. That is so real. There you go. No.
And I love that the guy is laughing. Oh yeah. Do you try not to breathe?
I think it depends on.
Because our audience will see what we're talking
yeah.
about. I don't want to like
No, I
really
think-
word it.
I think it depends on how clogged I am.
Right.
I feel like if I need to do a bit of a push,
Yeah.
then I
push,
go,
push.
I turn red. But I think other times I take like a.
Try
like,
something today.
I'll
which
tell
I
you
often
why.
try.
Because if you think about like pregnancy and like childbirth, they tell you to breathe to
Right,
push.
right,
So
right.
I think you do need to take a to go.
Right.
You
But
know?
we're not saying that in any way it's similar. I
No,
mean,
of
that's
course
there,
not.
yeah.
But I'm saying like the concept of
Yeah,
you
pushing.
need to take in
Yeah,
oxygen
right.
to exert.
Try one thing for me. I don't know
Yeah.
why sometimes I do it. Sometimes when I'm in the zone, in the element, I
Yeah.
realize, why am I not smiling? Why do I have such a weird face? Try just smiling. You're alone in there, so it doesn't really matter. Try
Well-
smiling when you're in the process. It's just a different feeling. It's just weird. Just try weird things.
Who am I smiling at? That's weird. No, sorry. And imagine a mirror in front of me. I'm just like.
I would never want a mirror in front of me. My mirror is like
Yeah, mine's
face
on
to
the-
the right.
yeah, adjacent,
I can't
yeah,
look at
yeah,
myself every
yeah,
morning while I'm doing what the meme said.
Yeah.
Censor board. All right, another one. But producer, you have to clap for us first, But yeah, you're our
Oh,
number one.
thank
You're
you,
our number
thank you,
one
thank you,
audience
thank
sitting
you.
right in front of
Thank
us.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is a lot of text. It's like my
Okay, so I'll read it.
school
Scientists
essay.
say they have discovered a never before seen
color.
color called
Olo.
Olo. Olo?
Olo, yeah,
By
like
using
YOLO.
lasers to stimulate the human eye in a way natural light can't. It's described as jaw-dropping blue-green hue that can't be recreated on screens.
Okay.
If it can't be recreated on screen, then that's real, by the way, because I've seen this color before.
I don't know why this is reminding me of that thing, blue dress, golden dress. Remember that time?
Oh yeah.
Did
What
you-
color
did-
do you see there?
I see like green and blue and stuff like that.
Oh, I see white and red.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. It's not white and red.
But this is the white and that's the red in the middle.
It's not white and red. It's blue and green. No, what did you think about that dress? For
I
you,
honestly
was
saw
it blue
both.
and
I saw both.
really?
Because I learned...
Maybe you saw an edited version.
No, so I learned that I read up on it and said it's different parts of your brain that can see the different sides. So if you start thinking of a certain thing, like it looks there, and I notice if you focus, like, you know, when you look in one place and you start going like that, yeah, and then you look at it, then it was white and red, white and gold.
Interesting.
White
So
and
you
gold.
saw the dress in different colors, but you saw Michael B. Jordan. You couldn't differentiate between, huh?
Because I didn't know to look for two, you know, I was confused. What can I say?
Okay. Another one.
Okay.
Me when people call me instead of texting.
No, I love it when people call. Yeah.
Debatable.
It depends who's calling
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
I want my friends to call me. I don't really care, like, with all due respect, my clients, I would rather do it on messages, but sorry, I think you guys should cut that. I don't want our business to suffer. No, don't cut that. But point is that I think for friends, it's okay. For anybody else,
When you tell your parents joking, oh god, this is so
oh,
real. It's so real.
Yeah, when my dad does that, it is so, like, it's horrible. I just can't deal with that. Like, एक आपने joke बताई, and it turns into a 3-hour lecture.
I think आपको इस joke पे भी 3 hour का lecture मिलेगा घर पे. Just saying. Anyway, let's move forward, please.
What's the joke that you've told your parents and then you were like, whoa, why did I say this?
I think anything, like, for example, I recently made them go watch a play and I was like, oh, it's really funny, really good play.
Yeah.
And they went and watched it and I came back, they came back and I was like, how'd you like it? My mom's like, there was so much slapping, violence, why is this there? And I was like, bro, it's slapstick comedy, like it's a tuck, like, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, no, but that's not funny. And I got like not a 3 hour, about a half an hour lecture on that.
The worst is with my mom when she starts a joke and I start joking around,
Yeah.
but she gets to decide when it's no longer a joke.
Oh, that's so real.
So that's the worst because now you're in the zone, you're joking around, and suddenly the switch has the switch
Yeah.
has flipped,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay, this is no longer a joke, and I
Yeah.
I decide when it's not a joke.
Yeah.
वो फिर lecture नहीं, but 2 hours of just like
No, but then you
awkwardness.
need to learn how to gaslight it the other way around.
Yeah.
I'll teach
fair
you,
enough.
don't
yeah,
worry.
please,
Yeah,
please,
please.
100%. Yeah, another one.
I'm afraid the zombie apocalypse will start and I won't have one. That's so
We
real.
have them
know,
though.
You have
We
them, safari
though.
shirt. Yeah, I'm coming to you.
100%.
Yeah.
That's really funny, by the way. All of them are always wearing these shirts.
I wonder
Why
if
is
that's
that?
like a starter pack, that if
Guys,
you're making a zombie movie, do
I
you
was
need to have
just
the
about to
shirt?
say
Yeah.
that. In the comment section, please. Oh,
No,
interesting. Okay, fair
but
enough.
if
But no,
zombies come in
Brad
Karachi,
Pitt is wearing a
kaun
grey
sa
color.
overgrown?
Brad Pitt is wearing a grey color, like see the button down, like an office button down. But in the comment section, guys, do let us know if there's ever like a situation with us. What would be your like designated outfit or your starter pack?
Yeah.
I think I would need a few things for sure.
I think I would wear my Halloween costume, the one with bulletproof vest, my walkie-talkie, my earpiece.
I would wear something comfy, good shoes. I need my battery pack and one bat.
Bro, why are you thinking of battery packs? Like, you're not talking to clients when there's a zombie apocalypse.
नहीं
But
पता,
like, यार,
कुछ नहीं पता,
यार
you
वो
know-
ad नहीं आया
You know how
यार.
serious I am about my job. उसमें भी मैं लगा होऊंगा. हाँ सर लग रहा है सर there's a zombie eating me right now. Your thing will be done after 2 hours.
Sir, अखबार वो आधा फट गया था, 15/4 ही लगेगा, please.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I feel sorry for Netflix era kids. They will never know the high stakes adrenaline of running to the bathroom.
Seriously.
Oh, so real.
And for some odd reason,
Yeah.
something interesting would only always happen when I would be in the bathroom.
Well, I don't know because I would never find out agar ho gaya.
No, I would leave somebody outside and say, yell my name if it's something interesting. But then again, if I'm smiling at myself in the bathroom, I can't get up in that moment and go out and check it.
Oh.
Okay. Wow. F1 में भी यही होता है. When we're watching an F1 race, this is
I
what
usually
happens.
don't pee.
Yeah, or I do
Agar aa
everything
jaye.
before. Agar
Yeah.
aa jaye, yeah, I need some bottle or something.
Then that's stressy.
Yeah. People nowadays don't even say good morning. They just wake up and send you reel. That is true,
No,
actually.
I say good morning every morning.
Really? To everybody?
Always. Yeah.
To
Yeah,
everybody?
Everybody.
Friends and everybody?
Yeah.
Acha, I only communicate with so many of my friends just through reels. My sister has called me twice, don't kill me, and I've cancelled her call twice, but I've sent her 4 reels in that moment, in that time.
Wait, that's true. If I think about it on day to day, I
You
don't
say
really
day
send.
to day. Good morning, assalamu alaikum, jazakallah.
No, I don't. I don't.
You don't say that, right?
No,
You
I
send a
don't.
reel.
No,
I had to stop myself there. You send a reel. You straight up send a reel, right? You communicate via reels.
I don't send those messages that
Yeah.
you just said.
Yeah.
But I do think
The template.
Yes, that's true. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
People
You
just
don't
talk
say
through
good
reels.
morning.
Like even if somebody wants to say something serious, I feel like.
But
they
I
just
do
send it.
message friends like, yo, something.
Fair.
Yeah.
But every morning, I feel like it's a thing
Yeah.
now. And for me,
You
it's
just
like
scroll,
and for
send,
me, it's
scroll,
like
send.
taking off the thing off my box because my friends send me like 50 things together.
Yeah.
And I have like, alhamdulillah, 10, 12 people sending stuff on a daily basis, including my mom. I
So
don't
that's
call
500 plus memes you're watching
easily.
every morning.
Every
Ibad.
morning I'm trying to like,
So
while I'm smiling.
Now we know why Abad wakes up at 4 a.m., dunks his face in the ice cold water like the previous one.
And then mask.
Yeah, of
While
course.
smiling on
Because
the pot.
you need to then start seeing these
You
500
know it.
memes. Of course.
Exactly.
It's
Okay,
a-
next meme. What? We have no more memes? Producer, that is so unfair. We were enjoying this audience
I was
slash
really in the
producer.
zone.
But we have something else? Oh, time to read some comments.
They
I
say
like this section.
best duo ever.
Let's go.
We want
I
these
like this.
outfits.
I like this section, guys. Please leave more comments because we're going to include the comments in our podcast. What's the comment? Can you guess the song that goes like That sounds like What Do You Believe In? From अच्छा ये it's please tell me please उसने आगे अपना नीचे गाना लिख दिया
Do
पूरा.
we look like Shazam?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's the point. But I guess we're CityFM89 and we're offset. We can find anything.
CityFM89.
We can find anything for them. So actually, you know what? Something really funny.
We found it. It's right here.
You know something really funny.
Editor.
I actually know what he's talking about.
What?
It's a FIFA song. It's a FIFA song called What Do You Believe In? Something like that. I'll send it to the producer so that they can attach it and actually reply to them saying, offset host got you.
Yeah.
Send them the song.
Both
We
of
got
us
him.
got
We got
him.
we got you. What's his name? Cool
Gamers.
gamers. Cool gamers, we got you. Leave some
Cool
more comments.
Gamers.
But apart from asking us what songs like Shazam, you can send in some nice messages.
And
as
you
well.
can say looking good, you know,
Exactly.
great
Some-
outfits,
exactly.
great farshi shalwar
Exactly.
comments.
I
great
think we see
Spider-Man
another
costume.
comment. Somebody saying good host.
Oh, how sweet! Yeah.
Nice. 110%.
So nice. Oh,
Best host ever.
thank
To the
you.
producer, so
Thank
that
you,
obviously
thank
we're hired again. Obviously free of cost. Okay. Offset! Okay,
Oh,
I
love
think
it.
this is a solid episode. I
Very
enjoyed
good.
again. I don't care if anybody
Yeah.
else is enjoying.
I think we
I
did a
enjoy
really
it.
fun job.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Good
think
way
we're
to
pretty
blow off
good.
some,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think we're the best.
The
100
best.
The best.
Offset.
And I think on that note, we'll be waiting for our next episode, inshallah,
sir.
next week. Super excited. Please leave in the
We
comment
will-
section.
where we will review Thunderbolts, hopefully.
Where we will
Yes,
review
sir.
Thunderbolts. Hopefully, Abdullah has also seen it.
Yes,
And do
yes.
let us know in the comment section any movie you would like to for us to review, any memes, anything else, and obviously let us know your starter pack for any apocalypse.
And also,
day.
if you have any funny memes that you feel we should review too, just send it to CityFM89 on Instagram and write offset.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Offset. I am Ibbad Ali Shah,
And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
and you are.
Abdullah Malik. See
Take
you.
care, guys. Stay tuned
Bye.
to CityFM89.